Howdy everyone. So in the last video, or last couple videos, I rejetted it, my Honda, and the chute control was not working. So this, and a few videos ago I have a video fixing the chute control for free, and it worked for a while. I think it worked the first day, but here's a new one. I'm gonna do that soon. The first thing I'm gonna do, because I rejetted it, I'm gonna see how the spark plug looks. If you watched that video, I had issues with getting the plug out, or actually back in. We're gonna resolve that issue, I think, with the use of this. So since I ran the 95 jet last, I did get a 92, but I did like the performance of the 95, so I think I'm gonna leave that in. I'll see what the spark plug looks like. There's the cap. Here's a scrunch for a chainsaw. Let's see if that would get in here. I was wondering if they had one in a kit. I should check my owner's manual, the kit that they give when you get it with the owner's manual and everything. I don't know if I can get this. That's one thing I don't like about spark plug wrenches, is they grab on too tight. You can't get them off. Victorinox got it. So I'm gonna see if this will work. Yes. Yes, indeed. It's gonna allow me to get a narrower profile here. So it looks like the white went to is turning tan, or borderline brown. I think that's better. I like that better. Maybe someday I'll try the 98 and see if it would get black, but it's definitely running better. I think going backwards to a 92, leaning it out, I'm thinking would be the wrong way to go. Wow, look how nice it works like this. That is sweet. And this I can use on any spark plug from chainsaws to anything. Good old Amazon. It's not the easiest to get off. So I think that is pretty good for the plug. I'm gonna throw this back on. Let's do this module next. Connector. And we should have 3 screws. Alright, they're 8s. Now it's going to be holding in the upper boot. There it is. Come over here. That's it. Maybe later in the video I'll take this apart and see. This way would be the bad way, right here. I want to see if that switch is corroded again. Okay, it's a new one. Part 35360-V45-A03. Hopefully it's 3rd version, but I don't really know. I got it on boats.net because it was cheapest. It's OEM, so all we gotta do is throw that guy in. We gotta get the orientation right though. It was this way. So, like this. If you don't get the orientation right, then your controls are not going to be the way you need it. Alright, I got that thing back in the boot. Just held the top and just kind of turned it a little bit, wiggled it in there. I'm putting these in manually because I don't like the impact. I don't want it to strip out anything, you know. It's just 3 screws and then you plug it in. It's really that easy. Alright, let's see if it works. And then I'm going to go out and blow a little bit because I'm going to get my trailer out and I'm going to blow around it. It'll melt around it and stuff. It's 50 degrees out, so the snow should be soft. So let's see what she'll do. Let's see if the chute will keep working. Kind of cool listening to it. It's like real crystally. suppose it would be a good thing if I didn't run you through, Who says the Hondas can't blow slush? I mean, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I have nice shoes. I've never had one time where I had to take this off and clear mine out. But you got to keep enough going through it. You can't just be going through a little bit and it gets caught in there. Enough to make the engine work and throw it. Push it out. If you don't have a whole lot, then go a little faster. The chute control is working fine, so I think that's fixed. I'm gonna leave that jet in, the 95, because I think it works pretty good. So I'm gonna go with that. Now I can get at my trailer. Not too bad, and this is heavy stuff. This is making snowman type stuff. Real packy. All the air's out of it, so that's what you call a real extremely heavy snow right there. The backbreaker, the Widowmakers. Okay, let's take a look at this old switch here. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna pop it out like this. I gotta cut this off too. Cut the zip tie I put on. We're just gonna take a look at how bad that switch is. Okay, let me monkey with it. Okay, just gotta pry that off. You got this in a spring. Here's your controller. 4 switches in there. Take these 2 screws out. I just got hit by a fly almost. Why is there a fly out when there's snow out? Don't they know? This is actually pretty simple, really. Okay, so this was in like this. I gotta see which switch I need. This one right here is the bad one. This one here. The other ones I'm not going to bother checking because they were working, but I'm going to actually keep the switch around because it might come in handy at some point. If the other one will go bad and I just really have to get the snow done, I can salvage some parts out of this guy. You gotta take these covers off like this. There's gonna be a spring in here, so beware. I don't really care if it goes flying because it's right there, the spring. I'll hold them in there. Okay. The bottom side of this is going to be, is it stainless steel or what? Yeah, right here. That's where I filed it. It's burnt there again. Not bad though. I just wonder if it just, I don't know. It's electronic, so you can see the burn mark there and there where it contacts. You can see the filing I did on it last time. So in a pinch it would work to do that, but it's probably not the permanent solution. I'd rather a mechanical chute actually, but I'm gonna put this thing back together and I'm gonna keep it on hand for spare parts. Yeah, I'd rather a mechanical really. I think they're faster and more reliable. One other thing, right here and here is the 2 points in the switch that this little rocker touches, engages. Those have to be filed too, and maybe I didn't do a good enough job getting them cleaned. It looks like they're burnt pretty good again. I don't know if there's a good photo of it. Just little buttons. And then when you hit the switch, it switches to the other side. That's something to keep in mind too. Alright, well hopefully you found this video entertaining. And we will get back at working on small engine projects. Do you like small engine projects? Taking a non-runner and bringing it back to life? Do you like seeing and hearing the more rare stuff like Yamaha and Honda riding mowers? Do you like everything small engines? If so, you can show me support by hitting that thumbs up or thumbs down if you didn't like it. Leave a comment, consider subscribing, it's free. YouTube will notify you when I release a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.